Amitabh Tiwari, good to have you back after a full election season. But the question I want to ask you, begin with you as well. Lots of post-poll data has come out, Amitabh Tiwari. And now when you look at it, is the Congress somewhere down the line in a position to sit back and possibly, that's why we are hearing the kind of commentary, and say, this was a lost opportunity. We could have gone all out and maybe done better than 6 seats.
Essentially, if you see at the national level, the elections were eerily close. So if the party had managed alliances better, which is Nitish Kumar and TDP as well, because TDP at one point of time was in discussions with the Congress as well, it would have grown much closer. Now, if you talk about UP, I mean, nobody believed that this could be the type of the result which could come up in UP, and the decline in UP is largely...
Amitabh Tiwari, I'm going to come in. Some of us journalists on the ground did give a hint that kuch to ho raha hai, something's turning in UP.
Correct. So, kuch to ho raha hai, and it transformed into results.
But itna ho jayega was a question.
Yeah, because the poll of polls was giving 65 to 68 seats to the BJP, I mean, across polls. So, and the decline of 29 seats is largely the difference between the simple majority mark of 272 and BJP's 240 seats. Now, if you see what has changed for the Congress, I think what has changed for the Congress is this, that if you remember in 2019, the strike rate of Congress versus BJP was only 8%. It had won only 15 of the 190 seats. This time, the 215 Congress versus BJP seats, Congress won 62 seats, 30% strike rate. So this invincibility of the Congress, or the narrative or the perception that Congress cannot defeat BJP in one-to-one direct contest, I think that has been neutralized to a large extent. And that is what is giving the confidence to the Congress party or its leadership that they can beat BJP now in one-to-one contest.
Right.
Generally, it was believed that regional parties can beat BJP, but not Congress. And that's why we see this increased level of confidence.
Dr. Pooja Tripathi, you know, hindsight is fabulous when it comes to confidence, because you can say and get away with a lot of things. So therefore, the question that I ask you, Ms. Tripathi, kisne roka tha? Who had stopped you from fighting Varanasi? Leave alone Varanasi. I believe the Congress didn't fight where Priyanka Gandhi didn't fight Amethi, and one of the reasons was because you were unsure. And suddenly now to say that Priyanka Gandhi हरा देती प्रधानमंत्री को बनारस में, वाराणसी में, is a little bordering, or rather a lot bordering on overconfidence.
I don't think so, Preeti. If you look at the political map of Uttar Pradesh post 4th June on the Election Commission's website, from Hamirpur in south to Khedi and Shravasti in Indo-Nepal border to southwest, this Robertsganj and Balia.
I'm sorry, I hate interrupting, but Dr. Tripathi, the reason, and I will say it for what you said, post 4th June. This is all post-poll alliance, post-poll, thinking. It's got nothing to do with what was going on then. You had every opportunity to do so. After 4th June, you can think of anything and say, bhai, ye bhi ho sakta tha.
This 4th June results is because of the groundwork laid. We have to accept that. The whole pre-poll hypothesis, the whole hoopla was around. First, that BJP, Citadel and UP is impregnable and Narendra Modi ji is invincible. Both of these bubbles have been burst. One of the biggest takeaways of this election is Priyanka Gandhi's. Her oration par excellence, her grassroots management, her extensive campaigning, her connecting to the people, her emotional cord, and her asking people to vote on her issues. She was the one who managed Rai Bareli's campaign while her brother was campaigning away all across India. And she's the one who took on the challenge of David versus Goliath and Amethi and took it to the conclusion that no one can imagine. And look at, contrary to Narendra Modi ji, he has won only from a margin of 1.5 lakh, which our own Kishori Lal ji has won by 1.67. Also, the 9 out of 12 the constituencies surrounding Varanasi, they have lost. So when we say this does not come from overconfidence, it comes from extensive campaigning, comes from taking up people's issues on hand. And I think, and it's not just adoration of a brother versus for a sister. It's not just, it's the seal of an, a perfect leader. It's the seal of an aggressive leader. When
Dr. Tripathi, I'm going to bring in the BJP spokesperson, but malum that if it is Priyanka Gandhi, phir to the seat that needs to be left for Priyanka Gandhi has to be Rai Bareli. It cannot be Wayanad. But I will come back. I'll come back to that question. Because if it is Priyanka Gandhi who takes the credit for Uttar Pradesh, then it should be Rai Bareli left. And if it is Wayanad which is left, then there'll be questions asked. I'll come back to that. But Sanju Verma, I want to get you in. So, Sanju Verma, there are lots of, post-poll data. And some of it which we are putting out there, and you are a woman of data. So, let me give you a small, a tidbit of that data, which might not please you, but might at least have an understanding for our viewers on what went down in Uttar Pradesh. Now, the CSDS study and the survey, which is post-poll, has come to the conclusion in terms of popularity, UP's choice for Prime Minister. Rahul Gandhi had 36%, which stood 4% more than our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who stood at 32%. These are worrying figures, and of course a slew of other pieces of data that I can quote.
Okay. Preeti, first and foremost, let me start with a Hindi ka muhavra. हमको मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत क्या है. हमको मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत क्या है, लेकिन दिल को खुश करने के लिए गालिब ये ख्याल अच्छा है. And why I say this, let's be very clear. The Congress, Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra, they can pat their backs. They can tom-tom saying, oh, BJP has been reduced to 33 seats in Uttar Pradesh, so on and so forth. But politics में और एक बहुत बड़ी कहावत है जो मायने रखती है, जो जीता वही सिकंदर. And let's be very clear. Despite Rahul Gandhi, Priyanka Vadra screaming from every available rooftop that Congress alone will win 295 seats. Natija kya hua? A party which is 139 years old could not even win 100 seats. You are reduced to 99, but if you want to celebrate, good luck to you. Takeaway number one is this. I have not even come to takeaways. I will very quickly summarize what I want to say. Takeaway number one. Congress won 0 seats in Madhya Pradesh, Himachal, Delhi, Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Arunachal Pradesh and Tripura. And Congress got just 1 seat in West Bengal, Odisha, Chhattisgarh and Gujarat. If you say that that is a performance worth applauding, worth going gaga over, then all I can tell Rahul Gandhi and Priyanka Vadra is, you are living in cuckoo's land, you are living in la la land. Takeaway number 2. I have never shied away from calling a spade a spade. Am I disappointed with the Uttar Pradesh results? Of course I am. I would be lying to you, Preeti, if I said I'm just surprised and shocked. But does that give the opposition reason enough to celebrate and rejoice and behave जैसे कि पता नहीं इन्होंने Mount Everest चढ़ गए हैं राहुल गांधी, क्योंकि ये कहते हैं कि नहीं, राहुल गांधी भारत जोड़ो यात्रा, न्याय यात्रा made a huge impact. If it made such a huge impact, let your audience know this. Okay. Lok Sabha 2014, Lok Sabha 2019 plus Lok Sabha 2024. 3 Lok Sabhas put together. Congress's tally in Uttar Pradesh is a royal 9 seats. कितनी सीटें? 3 लोकसभा चुनाव के बाद 9 सीटें. And the BJP's tally after 3 Lok Sabha elections from Uttar Pradesh alone is how much? 170. तो जो कहते हैं ना, कहाँ राजा भोज, कहाँ गंगू तेली. But last but not the least, let me finish, Preeti, with this one comment. Priyanka Vadra went all around town saying, लड़की हूँ लड़ सकती हूँ, लड़की हूँ लड़ सकती हूँ. Uttar Pradesh 2022, she was in charge as one of the general secretaries of Uttar Pradesh. The Congress had a vote share of 2.3% and got 2 measly seats. इसीलिए अपने आप अपनी पीठ को थपथपाना ये आपकी फितरत में है. सत्ता में तीसरी बार नरेंद्र मोदी प्रधानमंत्री बनकर आए हैं. राहुल गांधी के लिए पीएम सीट के लिए कोई वैकेंसी नहीं है 2034 तक. If you want to celebrate still, good luck to you. You are living in lava's land, like I just said.
All right, okay, but you quoted so much data, Sanju Verma, but you did not comment on the piece of data that I asked, which was the popularity of who will be Prime Minister in Uttar Pradesh, and that seems to lie with Rahul Gandhi. So therefore this debate, but what I'm going to do is, in midst of all of this, now there's a question that has also come up. What will Rahul Gandhi do? Today he was in Wayanad, viewers. And what did he say in a rally? It was a Thanksgiving rally. Thank you for voting me in, which is Wayanad. He's an MP from there. But he also understood and he also communicated that he needs to leave 1 seat. Will it be Wayanad? Will it be Raebareli? But he said something very strange. And he said that whichever one I leave, both Wayanad and Raebareli will be happy. Now, how did that add up? Well, listen in to what he said, and then we'll bring in our other guest, Rashid Kidwai, who's in the studio with me.
I'd like to once again thank every single person in Wayanad for the love and affection that you have given me. And many people are speculating Many people are speculating Wayanad or Raebareli. Everybody knows the answer to this question except myself. So don't worry. Both Raebareli and Wayanad will be very happy with my decision.
All right, Rashid Kidwai, you know, we have debated this ad nauseum, especially at a time even before Rahul Gandhi chose to fight Raebareli. Then he decided to fight, and since then it was, if he wins both, which one will he leave? So I'll ask you, for someone who's followed the Gandhis and the Congress for a very long time, which one will he leave? Because it seems that one seat Priyanka Gandhi will fight. Which one will it be?
Well, first of all, I have a slight disagreement. I don't think Priyanka Gandhi would contest Lok Sabha election, by-election. There are several reasons for it. I think what Rahul Gandhi is saying, that everybody will be happy in the sense that if he becomes leader of opposition, then he will be representing the entire opposition space, and that would include, so to say, theoretically speaking, Wayanad as well as Raebareli. I see him vacating Wayanad in favor of, and retaining Raebareli, because Raebareli, that Uttar Pradesh reach would be there. It's very tempting. There are 80 Lok Sabha seats in Uttar Pradesh, and second thing is, it's very easy for any Congress leader or for the better, the ally to win Wayanad seat. Whereas in Raebareli, it will be very difficult unless Priyanka Gandhi is fielded. It will be very difficult. Priyanka Gandhi has her own set of, so to say, problems and challenges about role definition. She is very effective campaigner, as elections have proved. But she is in search of a role, in the sense that what would she do? Would she be like Ahmed Patel role in the Congress? Would she be in charge of some this thing? If she's, as long as she's a campaigner. Remember, Preeti, in 2019 also, she had expressed in a very public way, expressed her desire to take on Prime Minister Modi from Varanasi. But it was not done. Even this time also, it was not done. So I think there are a lot of things are in the realm of possibility.
But this time around, it wasn't done because she didn't want it to be done. She didn't want to fight this election where the Lok Sabha was concerned.
Precisely. I mean, precisely because I think the Congress was also not expecting overall this kind of result, particularly in Uttar Pradesh that we are talking about. So, and therefore, we must remember Uttar Pradesh is largely Samajwadi Party territory. From 17, seats that were allotted to Congress, they have got 6 seats. So in a way, it's a good thing. But I think the Congress now
it's a reality check for the Congress as well.
Precisely.